feel that knock? I feel like Rocky in this one, baby. Let's go. Alright, check it. Blast from the past, back from the future. So if I pull the trigger in the past, know you and your future. I'm still hustling, still hugging the block. The referee to the shit.
Welcome to the show. Is the greatest podcaster ever to be graced on this earth, ever to be alive. The greatest of all time with the greatest producer of all time. 3-time award winner. We're waiting for that third trophy. Rick H., welcome to the Rick H. Show. Caba's here with me.
Yes, sir.
He's finally talking after like 65 episodes we've shot together.
You love it, though.
I do. Episode 208. Thank you for staying tuned with us. I know I got a couple messages during the week, though, so I need to talk to Caba about it. So people were a little confused. They're like, Rick, you used to interview all these creatives. You used to do a little comedy. You were doing comedy. Now you're doing sports. Like, I literally got a message from somebody stating, I saw the whole show. I was clueless when you were talking about sports, but when you and your brother were going back and forth on the banter, I was all about it. So I started out as a sports pod, and I felt like I needed to go back there. Around the episode that I shot with Juan Bago and Jamie Fern, I kind of got the itch to do sports again. It's always been a passion of mine, that and comedy. And Caba and Chicklet, they suggested, like, maybe you should just incorporate a little bit more sports into the show. And Cheeks actually was like, yo, F that, do sports. That's your thing. Like, you should go back to it. And that's what we're doing. That's why if you tune in, you're going to laugh. If you don't know about sports, you might not know what I'm talking about, but you're going to laugh. So I'm trying to do both.
Not a guarantee, but.
No, they're going to laugh. They're going to laugh.
All right, I hope so.
They're going to laugh. So, but today is like misery for me. Because I was off from work today. I was in my house, and I was watching ESPN. It was a good day for me. I woke up, had my coffee. It was the first time in a long time I was able to watch ESPN on my big-ass 86-inch television, Liflex. And I'm sipping my coffee, and I'm watching. And I didn't watch Monday Night Football, but the Jets took a brutal beating from the Chargers. Now, it just made me go into this whole thing while I'm reflecting about New York and New York sports. What's going on? When the New York Liberty and the New York City Football Club are the best teams in town, there's a fucking problem in the city. There's a big problem. I know people are going to say, Knicks went to the playoffs, Giants went to the playoffs, they won a playoff game, blah, 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 blah. Scratch that. This is New York. Talk to me about what you did today, what you're about to do tomorrow. This season, the Giants and the Jets, I don't think if we could take both teams and make one team out of it, that we have a full football team. At least not an NFL football team. The quarterback situation in New York, that's what really got my mind going. I never in my life was looking forward to a football season until this season when the Jets were coming in with Rodgers. Caba has said it. Right? You wanted to see.
I hate the Giants and the Jets, and even I wanted to see what that season would look
like.
Caba's
a Patriots fan.
Yep.
And I was just the Rodgers aspect was just so interesting to me. The fact that you're going to add a Hall of Fame quarterback to an already good defense. At that point, I thought they were a good defense. I didn't know they were a great defense like they are now. You're going to add Rodgers to that team who could, because last year, if you had any quarterback, Bo Wilson, playing regular, mediocre. You could bring Mark Sanchez back, put him on the team last year, and they would have had a great year.
A clock manager.
Yeah. Any serviceable guy that can hand off the ball, make little passes here and there, and not turn the ball over is perfect. That's what the Jets needed. The Jets needed to be that ground and pound Rex Ryan type of Jets, right? But what I see now is, and I'm going to get to my Giants in a little bit. Zach Wilson, you see little glimpses. I'm not going to kill the kid. You see little drives.
Right? I don't see those.
You see little drives. I'm not ODing. I'm saying like
I
series.
see maybe one
like
play.
a couple series of plays. He's got an arm. He can't make his reads. He can't read the defense. You could tell he's super confused. Not only because the major point in New York is both offensive lines are terrible.
Yeah, top 5 worst.
Though I mean, in New York, I think the last 10 years, we've had the worst offensive lineman ever, with the exception of Willie Colon when he was with the Jets. He can't make the reads. And the kid's holding onto the ball for 5 seconds. In the NFL, if you're holding onto the football for 5 seconds, you just ask him.
Yeah, you just act. Yeah, you want an injury or something.
You want to be hurt. He can't. He doesn't even know what receiver he's gonna go to before he pulls. Like there's a major problem. Like the kid is not an NFL quarterback. Can't read defenses. Now, how do you combat that? You get an offensive coordinator that's going to guide him. You get a line to protect the kid. And the Jets have a good running back. So what do? You run the ball, run the ball, run the ball. Make the defense, load up the box. Then you take your little shots in and out. Brady was famous for that. Then let's turn over to the Giants. Daniel Jones. We hired Brian Dable to be the head coach of the Giants. Great hire by the Giants. Loved it. Everything went right for him last year, right? Close games. They got the right calls. They got the luck on their side. They make it to the playoffs. They win a game. That was the worst case scenario for the Giants.
For last year.
For last year. The worst case scenario. Because now you have an expectation with this bum-ass team.
100%.
Bum-ass team.
You have expectations for a quarterback who doesn't deserve to even be first-string quarterback.
And Daniel Jones, I'm going to give him a little bit more credit than Wilson because I feel like if Daniel Jones has a real offensive line, he already has the running back to protect him. If he has a real offensive line and a real deep threat, which this year I think he has, but he hasn't used, which is Jalen Hyatt, you got a chance to win some games with him.
I don't think so. I look at Wilson, I look at him, and I see the same person.
I don't see the same person.
I see one is just more glorified than the other and paid more because he's been there.
100% paid more because he won a playoff game.
That's why, yeah.
And because of that playoff game,
he's
guess
a placeholder.
What? He's not going to have to earn that check he's getting. Because I don't think Daniel Jones will ever come back as the Giants quarterback. And if he does, he's going to be the backup.
And he won't be a quarterback first string for any team.
For any team. He'll be a backup for the rest of his career. And he made his money here.
Yep.
Which, whatever, all right, cool. But my problem is, like, when did New York, right? This is not Milwaukee. This is not no knock on those small markets. This is not Kansas City. Why are we accepting this as fans?
I know why.
The Knicks have been horrible.
And that's where it starts.
The Mets have been horrible.
And that's where it also starts.
The Yankees have been even worse than horrible because the Yankees have the resources to be great.
We all got the resources to be great. We're in New York.
The Mets just got those resources, and they've improved small bits here and there.
Just hired a new coach. How you feel about that?
I'm going to get to that.
There goes those resources.
I'm going to get to that. What is going on in New York City? Like, seriously. And the thing is, the stadiums are packed.
Well, that's the problem. So
Owners are making money.
I've told you this before. I've gone to, when LeBron joined the Lakers, the first year that he was on the Lakers, I went to the game in the Garden. LeBron got blocked by Hernan Gomez on the game-winning shot.
Oh,
the Knicks won. The stadium went crazy for the block, not because the Knicks won. When I looked around, it was all tourists. There was no Knicks fans. You know who the Knicks fans were? The real Knicks fans that we know? All the way sitting at the top. They were there.
In sidewalk talk.
It's not a lot of them. Yeah, and standing outside of the Garden.
Yeah.
The problem is people like Dolan and all these owners of these New York teams know I don't have to put out a great team out there because you guys are going to come and fucking pack out my stadium anyway.
And
whether we're a good team or a bad team, Stadium numbers won't reflect because they're going to be at the top either way.
So this being New York makes the situation terrible. If this was Kansas, it'd be different. Because it's New York, those people still make their money at the end of the day. And I think the Yankees are to blame for this whole scenario.
It's Knicks fans.
And I'm going to explain to you why. For years, the Yankees were affordable to go watch. I've said it on the show previously. I've been to the old stadium. I was there for the 2008 All-Star game for every single festivity in that old stadium. The Yankees built this brand new stadium that looks like a church more than a baseball. Because that's what it is. It's like
The
a
house that
mausoleum.
Jeter built.
No, I think Jeter had more fun across the street playing with the ghosts on his back. I think this new stadium, first of all, priced out the real fans.
Cap.
They did. It priced out the real fans.
Cap.
All I see is suits.
I got the average ticket prices right in front of me,
Go
and
ahead.
the Yankees aren't ahead of your team.
Go ahead.
I think the Mets.
No.
If you could say the Yankees priced
I'm
out
talking
the
about
fans,
2009. I'm talking about 2009.
I'm talking about the present.
In present, yeah, we have a billionaire owner. The
Oh,
prices
yeah,
might
all
go
of a
up.
sudden. You see what I'm saying, though?
Yeah, but I'll pay.
So you mad at the
problem
Yankees.
with the stadiums
so
are,
you're blaming the Yankees because in 2009,
Well, you're
you
moving
guys
the
were a
goalpost.
dog shit team.
Yes, it all started.
Nobody
in
wanted to see
2009.
y'all. And y'all didn't have a new stadium
It
yet,
all
or
started,
did you?
Yes, we did. We did.
When did you guys build
Both
it?
stadiums opened in 2009.
Okay. So you guys couldn't pack out the brand new, beautiful stadium.
We did pack it
But
out.
you guys are blaming the
We
Yankee
did pack
fans.
it out. We had David Wright and Jose Reyes
You
consistently.
guys went to the playoffs?
Yeah, a couple times.
And what? How long?
In 2006.
Oh, but we were talking about
2006
2009. Why we went back?
But the Yankees, you're defending the Yankees. They started this trend. They started this trend because they felt comfortable, right? Yankees have all the resources in the world. They have the history, the luxury. You ask any baseball player right now, and they'll say, yeah, I'll sign to the Yankees.
Not true.
Hold on a second. Bryce Harper wanted to be a Yankee badly.
Yeah, but there's a shit ton.
Badly.
Ken Griffey Jr. was
Badly.
vocal to this day about how
Yeah,
much
because
he
they
hated the
called
Yankees.
him the N-word when he was a little kid in the clubhouse.
Allegedly.
No, it's not allegedly.
Allegedly.
You don't forget, you're 9 years old. They say that to you, and then you become the greatest player on the planet because he was at that point.
I think he's the
And that
greatest player.
still was in his head.
Listen, the Yankees is in everybody's head.
No, we not.
Who's
So,
we?
Yankees not in everybody.
Yeah,
They're
but you
not in
said
my
we.
head.
You're not with
Let me
us.
explain to you the problem. George Steinbrenner, great owner. His sons,
Businessmen, but a different type
Terrible.
of business.
they're making money.
It's a different type of business.
They're
yeah.
businessmen. They're in the business of making money. Steinbrenner was in the business of making money, but he was also in the business of winning. He wanted to be the best. To him, if he wasn't in the World Series, it was a bust. These guys have gone to the World Series once, his sons, once in 2009, and they won. They have that one trophy that they keep shoving down the Yankee fans' throats.
That wasn't.
Like,
I don't
hey,
credit
we
that
won.
one to them though.
That's the only
That
one.
was like a year after George had died, so I still credit that to the team George built.
Oh, you're 100% correct because
Yeah.
guess what? They got CC Sabathia. They got Mark Teixeira. They got A.J. Burnett. And they had A-Rod and Jeter on that team. They had Cano on that team. They had Posada on that team. Emo. So he went out and he spent because they were opening up a brand new stadium.
Yep.
And they won the title that year.
Mm-hmm.
But that's the only title they've won.
How many of y'all won?
We got two. Two beautiful titles.
That is
but
true.
we've been to a World Series in 2015.
I don't care about going to a World Series. That doesn't do anything. I would rather not make the World Series than lose in the World Series.
So,
And did you guys get swept?
No, we didn't get swept
Okay.
against Kansas City.
You won one.
We won 2 games.
Okay. Gotcha.
We almost tied that series, but then they let Harvey pitch. the
And
ninth
they
game.
decided to just close the door on you.
Yeah, so it was terrible. But my thing is this. This is New York City, man. I grew up when I was a kid. Rangers won a Stanley Cup. The Yankees were winning constantly, although it was obnoxious. The Knicks were perennial contenders in the 90s. And now we are a shell of what we used to be, right? I'm so happy the New York City Football Club won a title. I'm happy the Liberty went to the finals, and I believe the Liberty in the next 3 or 4 years will win a title.
It's not gonna matter.
It
They're
will
really
it will
good.
matter to me,
No, that's what I'm saying. But in the city, like they're really
and
good.
that's a problem.
But yeah, they just don't have the support.
But the major teams, the Jets, the Giants, the Jets, Jet fans, I'm sorry to break it to you, you're nowhere near, not even a playoff. The Jets stand at 4-4 right now. They have probably
impressive. 4-4 is impressive for
It
where they
is.
should be.
And if you take out Wilson and you put Rodgers there, they might be 7-1 or 6-2.
Yeah.
But they're nowhere near the playoffs. They had no business winning that Giants game. The Giants gave that to them. Like, yo, you can have it. And I don't see how you hold the fort down till Rodgers comes back, which is what people think that he's coming back.
Quote unquote. Do you even want him back?
If the Jets are in contention and he can play, if I'm the Jets,
You mean this year?
This year.
I think it's impossible, but yeah, I think you got to get your money's worth.
But yeah, you
Even if
traded
he goes
away
out there and
picks.
tears his Achilles again, I'm with
You
it.
signed Lazard, who's dropping passes like crazy, and Cobb. I haven't even seen Cobb play a Jet game yet. So you got Hackett to get Rodgers,
Yeah.
right? So you made this investment. If he's ready, he's ready. Now, if he's ready and the team is not in contention, why bring him back? Why waste it? But I don't think the Jets win a Super Bowl in the next 5-6 years. I think they sniff the playoffs with Rodgers and they get in, but I think this experiment is going to blow up in their face. And I'm sorry to say that to you guys, but this is just what I'm seeing because I'm seeing an owner that's obsessed with a rookie quarterback that he's not going to give up on. This is Woody Johnson because they drafted him with the second pick. And for some reason, he loves the kid. He don't want to take the kid out. I know Robert Saleh. I know the rest of the Jets organization wants to put Trevor Siemian in there, try to see if they could get some wins, but they can't. When the owner predicts, the problem with New York City is our owners. James Dolan sucks. He owns the Knicks. He owns the Rangers. The Knicks haven't been relevant in years. We had one season with Melo where we had a nice little run. J.R. Smith fucked that up, and a bunch of injuries fucked that up. The Rangers have been contenders, but that's because Dolan doesn't even bother with the Rangers. The owners in New York City suck. Steve Cohen of the Knicks, I give that guy 2 thumbs up. You know why? He's paying other guys to win World Series on other teams because he knows he needs to get value. So at the trade deadline, he made that hard decision. He said, I'm going to eat up some of these contracts. I'm going to ship some of these guys out, but I'm going to get young players in return. You know what baseball is now? It's a 19 to 23-year-olds game. You got to sign these kids the same Atlanta model. Sign them when they're young.
Which is
Knock
fucked
them
up.
down.
Which is fucked up.
It's fucked up, but that's how you have to do it.
You look at Wander Franco,
Oh,
Tampa Bay. He's probably going to be one of the best top 5, top whatever players.
Not anymore.
What do you mean?
I don't think Wander Franco plays baseball ever again.
Oh yeah. That is true. But let me use him as an example because his contract.
Yeah.
They signed him, who came into the league as a top prospect, and they basically were like, all right, we're going to build a franchise around him.
Around you.
And they gave
like
him a
70
12.
million.
Yeah, they gave him like a 12-year deal, locked him in until past his prime, giving him absolute chump change. But he's a kid from DR, never seen that much money in his life, and just jumped at the bit, not knowing that he probably missed out on $1 billion for the rest of his career.
I want you to look at Ronald Acuna. I need to know how much money he makes. But the Braves did the same thing with him.
Not enough.
But this is. I just want to talk to the fans of New York. I don't care if you're a Knicks fan, a Nets fan.
Acuna signed $100 million for 8 years. That's 12.5 a year.
Ronald Acuna is easily worth $450.
I think Udonis Haslem.
$450 million.
Udonis Haslem, I think, was making $12 million like 3 years ago on Miami Heat. we talking about somebody who's MVP.
But his value, would you even 450? If his agent came to you, you're the Braves, 450, 10 years.
Take it. That's a steal.
So he's underpaid by $350 million.
Minimum underpaid by $350 million.
That's not even predicting the market.
You can't even do anything either. He's locked in. He'll be like 34 or some shit when his contract is up.
So he took the Scottie Pippen deal, right?
Yeah.
Chicago Bulls did the same thing with Scottie Pippen for years. Pippen was getting paid peanuts. He had to play. But my point is this. New York fans, we know you love your team. We know you're going to show up for them. If the Yankees do not do anything to move the needle for you, don't go to the stadium.
Yo, we won 27 championships. Go to the stadium.
If
the Mets don't put together a playoff
it's gonna
team,
get worse.
Don't go.
It's
Why?
gonna get
Because
worse.
No, but listen to me. Listen.
Worse.
The Yankees, it's sports. It's hard to win in sports, in every sport. The Yankees have won 27 of them. They've sent out a team onto the field that won 27 championships. That's unheard of in any sport. Okay, we haven't won since 2008, right? 2009. The Mets have not won since 1986. Yep. So why do all these rules apply to only Yankee fans and not Mets fans?
No. You didn't
who have been packing out the stadium for 30 years more of being a loser.
You didn't let me finish my tangent, right? First of all, if the Mets don't move, first, the manager we just got, that doesn't move the needle for me. If we lose Pete Alonso, that
moves
doesn't
it backwards. Agreed?
Yeah, this move was terrible. Buck was a way better manager. Much more secure. So if the Yankees, the Mets, the Knicks, you know what? I'm going to leave the Nets off of it because the Nets have tried several times. And that's all I want to see. I want a team that tries, right? The Nets went all in with KD and Kyrie. It's not their fault they signed the cancer of the NBA. And that's Kyrie Irving. I'm sorry. It's not their fault. So the Nets I'll leave off because the Nets do that. The Yankees have the ability to change their franchise every year, but are so stupid to do so because they don't want to admit that they're wrong. Brian Cashman has been the GM of the New York Yankees for such a long time.
Right? Yeah, since I forget the year, maybe 94?
No. He only took over, look it up. I think he only took over like 98 or 99. So those beautiful Yankee championships that everybody loves and respects, that all goes to Gene Michael.
98.
I was a year off.
They signed to a 4-year contract.
98.
30 years later, he's still here.
So would you agree to me that the only championship he got is 2009?
I agree. This is what my theory is. I agree with you that they don't want to admit that they're wrong. But I also think that George, and I know you hate the Yankees, but George gave a bad stigma around baseball about how the Yankees buy their championships. We don't bring up nobody. We just go sign the best players, spend the most money. And that was a thing. Like, people hated the Yankees for that.
And the Yankees did that.
So now his sons don't want to do that. And now people are saying, oh, yeah, you guys should be going out and doing this. Meanwhile, while we stopped, the Dodgers and the Mets have adopted that.
Yeah.
And have just been signing everybody.
No. I wouldn't put the Dodgers in that conversation.
No way. The Dodgers have traded for every all-star in the last 10 years.
They're using what they like to call stopgap money, right? So what the Dodgers did was they paid an insane amount of money to all these stars, and they got them on the team. At the same time, they hired a ton of great scouts and talent development in their minor league. So they developed a lot of talent. So the Dodgers paid a ton of money to then later switch to the talent that they were going to bring up, which is what the Mets are currently doing right now. If you look at the Mets minor league system,
is that true?
Yes, that's what Steve
so
Cohen.
Give me the players from the Dodgers because they
Cohen came in.
Hold on, they brought up Seager, got rid of him.
Yeah,
he just won a chip. They brought up Bellinger, got rid of him.
Yeah, but
their best
he's not
players,
the same player.
But their best players, no, those are the farm players. Their best
Well,
players
they got
have
Freeman
been Mookie,
Freeman, who they paid.
But that traded before that, they had remember they had the Adrian Gonzalez. Like they've been trying and experimenting and spending money for a long time. I think since Magic has gotten there in ownership.
But the Dodgers they've been going to the World Series.
Yeah.
It's not their fault Clayton Kershaw sucks in the playoffs.
Yeah.
So what Steve Cohen came in, he said, I'm going to spend a ton of money to get all the first of all, you need to change the perception of the New York Mets.
Yeah.
Which he has done.
You can't be the little brother no more.
Hell no.
I agree.
You got to outspend, bring people in. He did that. Now he's like, we're moving on to phase 2. Phase 1 didn't work out. I put all this money into the team. Phase 2, I got to, because what the Yankees did, George got that rep, but if you really look at it,
it sounds
the
like
Yankees didn't spend money.
What do you mean? We had the highest cap in baseball for how long?
Yeah, for a long time.
So we did spend money.
Yeah, but who's the core 4 of the Yankees? And I would say core 5 because Bernie was there too.
Yeah, but
all those guys are homegrown Yankees.
Yeah, but none of those guys were leading the league in home runs and RBIs and hits.
They weren't.
So you don't get top contracts when you don't do those things.
Those are guaranteed winners.
When A-Rod came, to the same exact team that you're saying, when A-Rod came, biggest contract in baseball. When Teixeira came, biggest first baseman contract in baseball. CeCe came, and Burnett. We overpaid Burnett. CeCe came. Those are 2 huge pitching contracts. So when the stars are available, we throw the money there.
You throw the money there.
Or we used to, at least.
But you have the Yankees already had the core group. That's what I'm getting to. Like, Bernie was a homegrown guy. Jeter.
Bernie was on his way out by then. So was Posada.
Yeah, but
Jeter stuck around and Mo stuck
Pettit,
around. Pettit
all
left
those guys,
and came back.
No, but what I'm talking about, the championships Steinbrenner won, the father, the boss.
Oh, yeah. In the 90s, yeah.
He didn't spend a ton of money. Those are all homegrown Yankees.
Yeah, I mean.
So the theory for teams now is spend money, build the farm system, and then you win off the farm system, not off the guys that you're bringing here. You're paying guys to bring them here to compete so you can fill the seats. But what you want to concentrate on is your minor league system.
I agree with you. I've always agreed with that theory, but I don't think that theory just works for all the franchises.
And now we're being given shit.
Look at Texas.
But now my point is we're giving shit and we pay the ticket prices. They're high and we go watch them, and the teams are not going to do anything. The Yankees essentially ran back the same team they had last year, which was a mistake. If you look at the Yankees last year and you remove Aaron Judge, which, by the way, once-in-a-lifetime player, probably in the top 3 of baseball, and he was on a contract year where he bet on himself. So he put up probably one of the greatest seasons of all time.
Modern era for sure.
Yeah, and you remove him off that team is terrible.
Agreed.
And they ran it back.
I think he won like 60 games for us by himself.
Yeah, if he wasn't in
him and Garrett Cole won all the games for us.
I need to see the splits of that season.
Yeah, I'm with you.
And then the Yankee fans got mad at him because in the playoffs, the man went through the whole season, got you there, and he wasn't hitting in the playoffs. He has to go through a slump. And they essentially ran it back this year. And in the trading deadline, they were like, you know what? We made it last year. We're going to make it work this year.
No, I used to think that. I did agree with that at that time. But now when I think about it, I think of the Knicks when they traded for Melo. Why would we give up all these pieces to try to trade for Shohei or Juan Soto when they're going to be available at the end of the year and we can probably get something for cheaper, or, just see what we have? Like us bringing up Jason Dominguez frees up. Now we have a center fielder, so now
you guys should have brought him up earlier.
I agree. I told you that all season, but the fact is we brought him up, so now we know all those other top outfield prospects that we have are now trade bait.
Yeah.
So now we know that, though. We didn't
know
that.
But now Jason Dominguez,
we didn't know that at the trade deadline.
He's going to be out for all of next year.
No, that's not confirmed.
Yes.
No.
Tommy John there's no way he's coming back.
Not on his knee. He tore his knee, no?
No, it's in his arm. Look up Jason Dominguez. I don't want to give a factual, but he's going to be out for the whole year. So, New York, let's not accept shit anymore. That's probably my first point of this episode. Let's not accept shit anymore, right?
And a torn UCL in his right elbow will miss 9 to 10 months.
That's a long time.
But he got it in
which
August.
Wait, which elbow was it?
I don't know. Right elbow, sorry.
Right elbow.
He's a switch, but he does throw righty.
And that's going to affect a lot. So he probably, you're looking at...
We've seen pitchers come back from Tommy John.
Yeah. Pitchers come back. I'm not saying he's going to come back and he's going to be...
Yeah, he's going to be fine.
And he's super young. But he's just going to miss a lot of time.
Well, no, if you think he's going to be back, he's going to miss maybe
the
first 2-3 months.
If you brought him up earlier, maybe he doesn't get hurt, and maybe you have him for the beginning of the season. Because Dominguez needs to be in the starting lineup of this upcoming year.
That's not going to happen. I agree with you, but you can't predict injuries.
I know.
The dude's a freaking machine.
You guys did the right thing. You let Volpe come up. You let him go through his growing pain.
Rough year, 1 Gold Glove. First Yankee to win a Gold Glove as a rookie.
Let him come up. Let him go through it. First of all, that position is haunted by Derek Jeter. Let him go through it.
That's over.
No, it's not over.
Yes, it is.
It's not over.
Only you non-Yankee fans think that these things exist.
Every person that's
nobody.
Every person.
Who's every person?
Didi Gregorius did a great job.
He was a shit ass fielder.
He was a shit ass fielder, but Didi did a great job at that spot. But he was haunted by the ghost of Derek Jeter.
He was an awful fielder, Rick. He's not even in the major leagues no more.
Yes, he is.
Didi is not. Don't say Philadelphia. No, he's not.
Let's look him up.
They got rid of him like 2 years ago.
Let's look him up. I love Didi Gregorius, by the way.
So did I. I love the chant and everything that they did.
He was such a great hitter for the Yankees with that small
He was
porch.
a clubhouse guy.
I love Didi. He wasn't a great infielder. Man.
It says here he went back to the Netherlands.
Oh, he did?
Yeah, there's a whole thing that says what happened to Didi Gregorius.
Good
He
job,
was released
Didi.
August 4th last year by the Phillies.
Yeah, but Didi Gregorius is coming from the Arizona Diamondbacks.
That has nothing to do with what
he
we
was
were
a
talking
no
about.
name.
We were talking about the shortstop of the Yankees being
Volpe,
haunted by Jeter's ghost.
It is. And Volpe's haunted by...
He just won a Gold Glove. How are you haunted?
They keep comparing him to Jeter.
Because he won a Gold Glove.
Get away from that.
You know what Gold Glove is? You're the best defender at your position. That's what
Jeter was the best defender when A-Rod moved to third base. Let's get to that.
There was a reason why A-Rod
Let's get
moved
to that.
and not
Let's
Jeter.
Oh, come on.
You saw the documentary.
Let's get to that. Yo, let's get to that. If Alex came to New York and he played shortstop, he would still be winning Gold Gloves. You might have a championship, by the way, on your hand.
The Yankees said no.
Not the Yankees.
Cashman said, would you be interested in playing third base?
And he
Why?
said, I'll do it.
Because he didn't even want to have a conversation with him about shortstop. So he didn't even want to entertain that.
Yeah, because he didn't want to go to Jeter. Like, hey, Alex is coming.
That's false.
He's a superior defender. He's a superior player to you. Would you mind moving to second?
No, that's not what happened at all. They sat down.
No, but that's what should have happened.
They sat down at a fucking...
Yo, would you tell LeBron? What?
What are you going to tell him? Go play center?
LeBron, you want to play point? Be the best
center.
LeBron, you want to play point?
He does play point.
Because, small forward is taken by, a guy that won a couple rings. No big deal.
That's what you got to do.
All right.
It happened. It literally happened.
It happened. And you know what? I give A-Rod his props.
A-Rod sat down next to Cashman. Yes. And Cashman overheard A-Rod say that he was willing to play third base for the Red Sox.
Yep.
Because they didn't want to move Nomar Garciaparra.
Yeah.
And what did Cashman say?
But...
Oh, shit. You want to play third?
But that's false.
We should have a conversation now.
But that's false.
It was in... A-Rod said it.
A-Rod said it.
So how's it false?
Because Boston was really... They were willing to move on from Nomar.
So that part. That's on
Boston
them.
Was willing to move on from Nomar.
Yeah, but A-Rod heard Yankees and Boston, and he made his right decision.
They were going to bring him to Boston to play third with Nomar there.
Yes.
And then move him back to short.
I don't know about that. That could have been false promises.
A-Rod was a superior defender. Regardless, I don't want to get in. I'll do a whole episode on A-Rod and Jeter. My whole point is, New York fans, let's demand more from our fucking sports.
I'm with that.
Teams.
I'm with that.
Because we have some of the most prolific teams here in New York City. The Knicks is a historic franchise. The Yankees, the Giants, not so much the Jets, but that's because I'm a Giants fan, but the Jets. Every team that plays, even the Nets have a glorious New York history. Dr. J played in New York, not in New Jersey.
That is a fact.
So let's demand more. Stop settling for shit.
Take it easy on my Nets. We got.
Let me say
over.
something. You guys are settling for scooped out fucking bagels right now. You made a big deal about some guy talking about a scoop bagel. That's what you're eating right now. You go in the Yankee Stadium to eat a fucking scooped out bagel. That's what you're eating right now.
You sound like a real
Watching this fucking whack ass team play ball. Right? If Aaron Rodgers gets hurt, the Yankees are awful. Same thing. I give it to my Mets. During the trade deadline, they realized we got these two old geezers on our team. Let's trade these two old pitchers that we're giving $40 million a year. We're going to eat up their salary, but we're going to get some young studs in return, and let's ship them off. Congratulations, Scherzer. You won a World Series, but you had nothing to do with it. Congratulations, DeGrom.
Well, hold on.
You won a World Series, but you had nothing to do with it.
Don't hate, because there's a lot of hate. Scherzer has won one before. That wasn't one.
Did he have anything to do with this Texas World Series?
Yes. He did pitch one good game. He pitched one good game.
Not in the playoffs.
In their playoff run. Yeah, in the last series.
He pitched 4 innings.
How many he allowed?
That's like relief.
How many he allowed?
Scherzer is over the hill. He's done.
I agree. But I agreed. I told you that. This is great. I'm going to walk around with a body cam for me and you. I told you last year when they traded for him or signed him or whatever the fuck it was that you guys bent over backwards
him for a mega deal.
For like $45 million. I told you guys he's over the hill, he's washed, and him and Verlander are going to screw over your team.
He served
6 months later, they were both gone.
He got me Ronald Acuña's little brother. He served his purpose. Thank you. Enjoy your World Series.
If you guys, that's your Jason Dominguez. Bring him up now.
No, I think we need to bring up Jet Williams. I think we need to bring up Luis Angel Acuña. I think there's a couple guys we got down there in the minors now because of all those trades. So I'm super excited. Mets next year, super competitive, don't make the playoffs. That's what I'm hoping for. Because I want my young kids to develop right. And they have to go through their growing pains. And as fans, I'm sorry, not every year here is going to be a playoff team. You're going to have to go through these growing pains. I think the Knicks drafting R.J. Barrett, and I'm bouncing from sport to sport, so fucking keep up right now. You live in New York City, you should be able to keep up with me. I think the Knicks taking R.J. Barrett with the 3rd pick was probably the best thing the Knicks have done in a very long time. Because if you look at that trade, I know John Morant is the player that you salivate right now, but he's not even playing right now. Guess what? He's not the guy. But RJ is going to be the guy. And I think this is the year he makes an all-star team. I think this is the year RJ takes the next step because every year he's taken a step. There was a year where he took kind of like a little back step. But I think this is the year RJ dominates and makes this his team and makes the Knicks front office comfortable enough to get rid of freaking Randall, who nobody wants here in New York. But he could deal with New York. I'll give it to Randall. He was being trashed in the papers, the media. He wasn't averaging shit. My brother texts me, like, look at your boy now. We can't even trade him. And look what he did yesterday against the Clippers. So he can handle New York. But I don't think he moves the needle. He doesn't make us better. I think if we go after EMBIID or Cat, that's when we take another big step.
I don't think EMBIID is available anymore.
He's not available, but he's going to be because EMBIID can't drop 48 points every single day for the Sixers to win games.
Yeah, but he's going to get paid his same amount whether he dropped 10 or 48.
Yeah, he is. But guess what? EMBIID's he wants to win.
And you think the Knicks is way?
The Knicks,
okay.
You put EMBIID with RJ and with Brunson
he still has
and what we got on the bench.
He don't have to score 48, but he got to score 40.
The Knicks have the deepest team in the NBA.
If what?
We have the deepest team in the NBA.
If what?
We have a bench. You take Randall
First of all, you
out.
guys are only the deepest bench player.
No. You take Randall out. You take Randall out, and you put Embiid in our lineup.
You guys are a great team if that's the case.
A fantastic team.
But that's not because of who's around
We're a great
Embiid.
team right now.
No, you're not.
We're a great team right now.
No,
Knicks make the playoffs as the 4th seed. That's my prediction.
I won't give you no. I'll make that bet with you.
4th seed.
Top 4. I'm going to give
four.
you guys 5 through 10.
We make the playoffs
Okay. I'm agreeing.
in the top 5.
It's not a first of all, for any fans that's listening, making the playoffs in the NBA, if that's what satisfies you, you should be ashamed
No, that
of
doesn't
yourself.
satisfy me. But I think we do.
60, I think 62% of the NBA
We get
teams
to the
make it.
we get to the semis or the Eastern Conference Finals this year.
You're gonna have a semi hard on if you
This
make it to the semis. Fucking semi. You could make it.
Even
You
listen,
could make it to the semis.
What do we have? Who do we got?
You have
Clearly, Milwaukee and Boston is one,
okay.
right?
Miami.
I think Boston is head and shoulders. I think Miami don't got it. They don't got it.
Yeah, you guys say that every year. Where were they last year?
Yeah, but Miami don't got it. They lost a couple of their
So
guys.
you don't think that they're better? They didn't lose no key guys.
They did lose the key guys. They lost Strus.
Not a key guy. He had a good playoff
He
run.
is
That was
he
it.
is a key guy.
He had a
He went to
good
Cleveland.
playoff run. That was it.
No, they lost some of their key
Got
guys.
Tyler Hero back. Same player.
Oh, but okay.
Same player as
Wait,
Strus.
wait. You corrected me there because they didn't have Tyler Hero in the playoffs.
Yep.
And I think if they have Hero with Jimmy, but does Tyler Hero play that type of ball?
I'm not telling you that they're a great team. I don't think they're going to make the finals again.
I think the Knicks constructed right now are much better than Miami.
I think you will be sorely mistaken every single time you play them this year.
I don't think so. In my eyes, I have Boston 1.
No.
Boston is 1.
Bucks won.
No. For me, Boston getting Drew Holiday makes a big difference.
And Boston getting Dame Lillard?
Not KP. KP was a nice piece, but I think the fact that they got Holiday in the lineup, a guy that could defend the perimeter, and
He's an upgrade from Smart. Okay.
he's a big upgrade.
Because he plays offense. They play the same defense.
Yeah, no, I think he's a much better.
Marcus Smart won Defensive Player of the Year last year.
Marcus Smart is good at defense, but I think
He won Defensive Player of the Year.
Yeah,
he was the
he
best in the
won it.
league.
but Drew is a much better player.
But he wasn't better at
And
defense
it's a
than the guy
better
who won.
piece. It's a better piece.
I'm with you. He plays better offense. He's not a
And
better
the fact
defender.
that now they have KP, which they needed a third
He won't
piece,
be there the whole season.
they
Mark my
need-
words.
They won't. He won't. But they needed a third offensive weapon behind Brown.
Al Horford
So
and-
that puts them 1.
I don't agree. I still say Damian Lillard
I think
being
Chris
on the
Middleton,
number 1 team is like when the Warriors added KD. You were already the number 1 team, and now you just added a monster.
Yeah, I think they need to figure out how to keep Porzingis healthy. That's-
Also, the two stars on Boston don't play no defense.
yeah, that's why you get KP to protect the rim with Hartford.
That's who's your rim protector in the East. You
Yeah.
think he's stopping Giannis? You think he's stopping Embiid?
They're not stopping those 2 guys.
That's who your
Philly's not
competition
even in
is.
the top 5 for me no
And
more.
they will make the playoffs.
They'll make the playoffs.
That's all you need to do is make the playoffs.
I think New York is number 4 on that list.
All right, so wait,
For me,
we
it's
got the 1 and
Boston.
2,
I got Boston. I got Milwaukee.
and now you're stuck
I'm stuck. I know Knicks ain't the third piece.
because it's
there.
Miami.
I'll give it to Miami. I'll put Miami 3, Knicks 4, and I'll put Sixers at 5. That's
Okay.
how I see the East.
All right, the way it's shaping up right now, I know it's early. We got Celtics, 76ers, Bucks, Hawks, Magic, Pacers, Cavs, Nets.
Hawks ain't a thing.
You don't think so? Ice Tray?
I like Trae Young. He's a good
DeJounte
piece.
Murray?
I think he's a great piece. I just think that the Hawks.
Is John Collins still there?
Wait. No, he got traded. He's in
Okay.
Utah. They did get Murray, which is a nice piece to go with Trae Young.
Yeah.
But they're missing 2 players. If they get 2 more pieces for them, they need a superior defender, which they got rid of Collins. They need a superior defender, and they need
a paint defender.
Yeah, and they need an excellent 3-point shooter.
Okay, like
they
a 3 and
already
D.
have,
Yeah.
because they already have Trey and they have Murray, who can create their own shot. But they need a superior 3-point shooter, and they need a superior defender. The Hawks could be something in a couple years, but they're not at the level of the teams that I just mentioned.
See, I think the Hawks and the Knicks compare side by side. They're better than you guys.
You're joking.
Hold on. I think they're better than you guys, and they're more appealing
Hawks
to...
don't beat the Knicks this year.
Okay,
When they go head-to-head, they won't beat the Knicks this year.
Okay, what about last year and the year before that and the year before that?
We beat them last year.
Once?
Once we played, I think we played twice. We beat them 1 out of 2 times.
And the year before that, you guys hate Ice Tray because of what he does to you.
Yeah, but he's nothing now to us. I think the Knicks. This is the thing.
Who's on your team that you think of when you think of? You think Patrick Ewing's still there?
No.
So why you
My
keep
team
saying
is nasty.
You guys
First of all, I have one of the best point guards in the league.
If your
I have
season
one of the
ended
best
today,
point
you don't
guards
make
in
the
league.
playoffs.
I got one of the best.
And
point
all the
guards.
teams that you said are whack do.
I got one of the best point guards in the league, Jalen Brunson.
Cap.
First of all,
Cap. Super
One of the best.
cap. Not one of the best. He's a really good
one
player.
of the best. He's in the top 10 of point guards.
And this is why Knicks fans go crazy when they lose.
They have
expectations.
I have
like this.
an amazing rim protector in Mitchell Robinson.
Overrated now.
He's
Used to be really great and
He's
underrated and
amazing.
underappreciated.
amazing.
Overrated now.
Amazing. I have R.J. Barrett, which is the future
Of the Knicks.
NBA
Of nobody else,
and of
but
the
he is
Knicks.
of the Knicks.
And then we have Randall, who's an all-star player, all-NBA, right?
Lakers sloppy seconds that you guys hate now after you guys loved him the first year.
Randall's amazing. I will trade him because I know there's better options, but he's good for us for now.
Nobody wants him.
2010 guy. I'll
can't
take
trade
it.
him.
2010 guy. I'll take it. And we have Josh Hart's amazing for me. I love Josh Hart. And then I also love the signing of DiVincenzo. The guy comes off the floor. He's probably one of the best three-point shooters I've ever seen.
Yeah, I think when you was watching those Warriors games, you were watching the wrong guy.
What
number was shooting?
I was watching the
It
right
wasn't
guy.
DiVincenzo.
Now
Yeah,
he's on my team.
the white guy you said? That guy's Steph Curry.
Yo, I think, listen.
I do like DiVincenzo.
Put
He
my
brings a little
boy
swag.
on the
a little
three-point
swag.
shooting contest. I just want to see how he'll do.
Who?
DiVincenzo.
Oh, yeah. That's
And
different.
then I think we got some dogs, man. I like Quinn Grimes. The Knicks have a bunch of dogs, and they
Knicks
play
have-
hard.
Knicks have a team full of great role players.
And they play great together.
Yes, but there's
And
a
they're
ceiling.
dogs.
Hold on.
So
I
when you have a
agree.
team like that, they win games.
I agree with you. They don't win the money that they
We're
need.
winning 48 games this year.
Okay. I don't know what the numbers on the wins are, but
48.
41 is where you split. So I could see you guys winning 43, 44.
48 games this year.
2 or 3 games over
Possibly
500.
50.
Out of your mind.
If we make the midseason trade we're going to make, we getting up there.
Let's make a bet. If the Knicks
If the
win,
Knicks
wait, let me
trade
give you my bet. If the
to
Knicks
get Cat,
forget the trades. If the
Hold on,
Knicks
hold
win
on, hold on.
50 games, I want to sit front row with you. I'm gonna buy you and me playoff tickets to a Knicks game.
okay, if the Knicks trade to get Cat and keep Robinson as the center and give Randall to Minnesota, which, by the way, that's Anthony Edwards' team, the Knicks is winning 50 games. Cat's three-point percentage is insane.
I love Cat, but listen to this.
Yes, he's soft.
That's no. But I'm gonna take it to a different where I think I love Cat, and I do think he is a good fit on your team, and I do think that trade.
He's a better fit than Embiid, in my opinion.
I do too. I think that will happen. The only thing that I'm worried about with him is the New York media will eat him alive way worse than the Minnesota media calls him soft.
I think he'll be all right.
I
think
know.
he'll be home here in New York.
He's not. He's not.
I
from
think
here.
he's going to get protected by a bunch of people.
He's from Jersey, right?
I know he's from Jersey.
You know, it's different. He's not
But
from
there's
here.
people in New York.
We said
that
the same
have
thing
his
about
back.
Kyrie, and look at the way he treated New York.
Yeah, but Kyrie's different. Kyrie's
Nah.
a cancer everywhere
If
he
you
goes.
if you're from Jersey, you're not from New York. We don't claim you for a reason.
Cats
You're from the tri-state.
Yo, so I thought it would be fun, right? ESPN they always come out with lists, right? They came out with the top 25 NBA players under 25. So if you're building a franchise today and you get 2 of these, right? You got to give me your 2. So I'll go from 10 to 1. So number 10 on the list is Jaren Jackson Jr. from
Okay.
Memphis.
Triple J.
Number 9 is my boy Melo Ball.
Mm-hmm.
Number 8 is Darius Garland. I really liked him in the playoff series against the
Yeah,
Knicks.
he's great. Yeah, I like Garland.
7 is Zion Williamson. 8 is Cade Cunningham from Detroit. Ja Moran is at 5. 4 is Halliburton. Wemby's at 3 already. Anthony Edwards is 2. And Doncic, Luka's 1. First of all, I'm mad they got Zion on this list.
On the list?
He hasn't done anything.
Yeah, but he's still better than some of them players, no?
But he shouldn't be in the top 10.
I would have to see who's
How many games has Zion played?
enough to show that he's a monster when he does.
Not over any of these guys. All these guys, with the exception of Wemby, who just started this year, all these guys play consistent.
Yeah, but I still say Zion is better than some of them. I think Zion will fold Wemby.
I don't know.
I know.
I would love to see that San Antonio.
It's gonna happen. He's gonna fold.
Win this game.
He's gonna fold Wemby.
I want to see it.
John Morant being at number 5 surprised me.
Why?
I think he's better than
I think he would have been in the
Wemby.
top 3.
Yeah. I would have moved out Wemby. No disrespect to Wemby, but you just started, my boy.
He just started like.
Yeah, you got to sit out of the top 5 at least.
Halliburton is at 4. He's really that good. Like, I knew the kid was good.
He's not. Halliburton is one of the. I think he might be like one of the most technically sound, just underappreciated point guards. He's really, really good.
And then they got Cunningham. I'm not impressed by Cunningham.
Neither am I.
And he's at 6. He's over Zion.
Yeah. I mean, I guess, to be honest with you, I guess they put him at 7 just because of the fact that you're saying, he hasn't played enough. So maybe that's why they're doing that. But
they got Melo at 9.
Injuries.
Melo Ball.
It's Melo Ball balls. LaMelo's him.
I love LaMelo.
LaMelo's him, but you all hurt a lot too.
He is, but
him and Zion, that's probably why they're not in the top 5.
I think Melo. And how old is LaMelo?
Probably like 23, if that.
I gotta see because I like Melo Ball a lot. I think he's gonna, when it's all said and done, he's gonna have a good career.
He's 22. It looks like the list, maybe those were bumped down because, they're injury prone.
Injuries and stuff. But if that's the case, why is Wemby so high up? Wemby's got like 6 games in the NBA.
He hasn't been hurt, though.
All right. I know my
He's
two.
also a freak.
You know your 2?
Yeah, I do.
You go first.
I am going to take Wemby. Size, just the size and the athleticism at that size.
It's like
it'd be
Durant
stupid to it'd be stupid to not take a risk on that. So I would, if I'm starting the franchise, I would take Wemby.
But he's talented though. It's not just size.
No, that's what I'm saying. At that size though, to do what he does at his size, I gotta take. Even if it doesn't work out, I gotta take the gamble with that.
Mm-hmm.
The next pick I'm taking has to be Luka.
Really?
I feel like a cheater taking that, but it has to be Luka.
But he hasn't shown me anything.
No, he hasn't shown you that he's a top 5 player right now.
He's a great player.
You don't think he's a top 5 player right now?
Is he that guy?
Well, what is that guy?
Is he that guy that's gonna take over?
Yes,
Jalen Brunson played better than him in a playoff series. Kind of earned him the money here in the Knicks.
Hold on. We're not going to compare them two. Jalen Brunson.
We can't.
Jalen Brunson definitely wilded out and out of nowhere just became on everybody's radar. Got him that check, and he's doing great for the Knicks. We're not going to act like Luka hasn't been talked about like the second coming of LeBron James.
Luka's amazing, but does he have
the most skilled European player we've had in a long time to come in since day one and just be busting people ass?
I think the Joker's the most skilled.
But it took him a while to become the Joker.
Yeah.
Luka came in rookie year and was Luka.
All right, I like your 2 picks. Both European players, by the way.
Yes.
Wemby's 1. You just the same reasons you picked, just the size and sheer.
It's a no-brainer.
Skill that he has. I think he is a once-in-a-lifetime player.
Yeah.
And it's just, to me, the NBA is rigged because
Popovich.
French player.
Popovich loves that shit, bro. Every time I see Wemby, I'm just like, Pop is so happy right now. I get to stay here for another 5 years, and I'll teach the second coming.
I guess some more rings. Fuck. But I won't go with Luka. I honestly, to me, I'm kind of torn between LaMelo Ball and John Morant.
Oh, okay. Ja?
You know
I
what?
would say Ja
He jumps off to me,
straight out the TV.
the kid is just
Through the
his
roof.
talent and his tangible. It's just after he goes home, it's like
Yeah.
you can't trust this kid.
Yeah, if I'm the owner of the team and I got Ja Morant on the team,
He's staying in my crib. He's not going nowhere.
You have your own wing.
You got your own
in the
bedroom in my
stadium,
mansion.
and I'm gonna have security blocking your door when the game is over. You
Ja,
can't go
what you
home.
need? You need
whatever
what
you need. We'll
a
bring you
PS5?
everything.
What you need? You want to throw a party? We'll throw a party for you. Everybody signing NDAs, no cell phones allowed. Ja, what you need? You want to be on Instagram? No, we can't do that. But we'll create an Instagram that somebody manages for you. Ja, what you need? Like, I don't. Oh, you want to carry a gun? All right, cool. We'll get you a license.
So he's that
weapon.
good for you over these people on the list that you would make all those changes for your franchise for him?
You just gotta. I said
you gotta
between
baby him.
between him and Melo, right?
You don't have to do none of that with LaMelo.
You don't. The injury thing is the thing with Melo, and I'll even overlook that because he's just so talented, and I've been watching him in high school, and I know the kid. If he's in the playoffs, that switch.
He knows when the lights are on him.
That's the thing with Luka. I don't know if he has that switch yet.
What do you mean?
There's certain NBA players, when the playoffs come, there's a switch that kicks into gear, and they just go into a different zone, a different level. You know, I don't know if it's there yet. I haven't seen enough of Luka. Maybe it's because he's playing in Dallas, and nobody cares about Dallas. Like me, I don't care about Dallas, and I like to think that, you know, I'm a normal person.
Yeah, when the game is on the line, Luka actually, since he's came in, is the most clutch player in the NBA with 16
regular season, right?
Yeah, 16 wins and 8 losses.
I'm talking about playoffs. Luka's gonna get you to the playoffs. What's he gonna do in the playoffs? I could see if Charlotte goes in the playoffs and Melo has a nice team around him, I could see that switch go off.
Yeah,
now,
but okay. So what if I tell you this?
We both pick Wemby.
Wait, before
we
you
don't
leave,
know what's gonna
before
happen
you leave,
that.
ball.
Go ahead.
What if I told you that? Both of them make the playoffs, but the reason why LaMelo's looks like that to you is because he has to do a lot more for that team to win. Luka's stuff isn't the flashiest. He isn't the most athletic. He isn't the fastest. He's just a bucket.
But I just feel LaMelo will also be on his team. Like, yo, you got to make that shot. Like, I feel like.
You don't think Luka's doing that? I think Luka's taking it a step further. No, you don't have to make the shot. Give me the ball. I'm going to make it.
Yeah, but I feel like LaMelo's going to also, he's going to want his team to want it just as bad as he does. And that's just, I just see, and I think Ja's the same type of player. He's a little bit more flashier.
I think Ja don't care about winning.
I
think Ja's main goal when he steps on the court is I got to dunk on whoever the star player
whoever
is.
Whoever it is on that other team.
Yep.
But
I'm with it, too. I like that. I'm with it.
I'm with it. If I'm building a team, I already got Wemby, and if I add Ja with him, okay, I got a lethal combination.
Mark my words. When Ja comes back from his suspension this year,
he's dropping 50.
Fuck all that. If he dunks on Wemby,
he's going to try.
Watch how badly people talk about Wemby.
I think he's going to try.
It's 100%. You know he's going to try.
I don't think he's going to be successful at it.
I think he's going to try to take off.
Too big.
He's going to take off from the free throw line to try to bang it on Wemby. That's how you know he's going to try, because that'll be a poster for the rest of NBA history.
And by the way, ESPN disrespecting my boy. Can we look up the whole 25? Is RJ on that list? RJ needs to be on that list. I think Barrett's 23. That's crazy. He's not in the top 10. And Halliburton, really? Okay, I might have to watch some Indiana Pacers.
I'm not mad at the Halliburton. All right, so let's see what we have here.
Who's in the rest of that list? That's what I want to know.
They're giving me an ESPN Plus.
Okay, I got the rest.
Okay, hit me.
Some kid from the Rockets, Sengun. Murray from Sacramento.
Mm-hmm. I got it here. You want me to run down real quick? 20 to 11.
Yeah.
So 20 to 11, we got Nick Claxton, Tyler Hero.
Hero I like.
Chet Holmgren. We haven't talked about Chet.
God.
Chet is
I like
back.
Him. I like him.
He was the first Wemby before Wemby
I like him.
got hurt. He's
They're
out.
comparing him and Wemby. There was a stat I saw earlier. They got similar numbers. I like Chet a
Similar
lot.
build and everything. Yeah, he just got hurt at the
And I
beginning of
like
last
Chet's
year.
mentality, too.
17, we got Jalen Williams from OKC.
Oh, I got the graph right now, too. Go ahead.
16, we got Scotty Barnes. 15, Josh Giddey. 14, Tyrese Maxey.
Maxey's okay.
We didn't even talk about Banchero. Paolo from Orlando. Franz Wagner. Is RJ not on this list?
Keep going.
I don't see.
Disrespectful. He's got to be 10 or 11.
No, that's it. I'm done.
Wow. So you mentioned Chet. Chet and Wemby Chet got 119 points. Wemby got 136. Chet has 56 rebounds. Wemby's got 59. And Chet's got 17 blocks. Wemby's got 18. So they are very, very close to each other as far as stats. I guess this Chet's rookie year too, right?
Well, he got drafted last year, number 1 overall. He got hurt within, I think in the last or first
The
game
Vegas
of,
games.
of the summer league. Yeah. He got hurt and was out for the season, so they just sat him. So he will be a rookie this year.
Wow. So through 7 games, Wemby's got around 15 more points, 3 more rebounds, and 1 more block. That's
And
close.
nobody's talking about Chet. Everybody's talking about Wemby. Chet Chet does have a better team too.
He does. He got Shea with him.
You got Shea, yeah.
All right, Caba. So before we wrap up, free agency, winter meetings, baseball's going on. My cousin's in Las Vegas right now. Shout out to E-Man.
This is where Christmas comes early.
You give me your Yankee stuff. Give me what you think your Yankees should do. I'll give you what my Mets should do.
Yankees. Unfortunately, Yankee fans, if you had any hopes of getting Shohei Ohtani, it's looking real slim for anybody not named the Dodgers.
Okay, now name the Mets. Go ahead.
You still got the Mets in there? I think it's over for everybody but the Dodgers. You think you have a chance still?
Nah, I think our priorities have shifted.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's not. I know the Yankees are targeting Soto.
Hard.
Yeah, I think he's priority. He's my number 2 priority for this offseason.
What's your number 1?
The Japanese kid, the pitcher in Japan.
Yamamoto?
Yep.
I think that's his name.
They talking about the Yankees are going to break the bank and just outbid everybody. Just the way, Red Sox used to do and just give him whatever he wants.
Okay. So a pitcher and Soto. That's
Pitcher, Soto, we got to get fucking healthy, man. We need a third baseman. I don't know what's going on at third base.
left fielder.
That fielder is Soto.
A legit catcher.
I don't care about catchers in baseball. If you go call a game, I'm good. You don't have to hit for me.
What do you do with Torres? Do you keep him, trade him?
So that's my new thing. So with Torres, if I'm the GM, is a hard one. He's had a great year, then had an off year, then had a decent year. What do we do with him? If we let him go, I think we bring up Peraza, sorry. We bring up Peraza, let him play. And if we're going to sign him and it's not a crazy contract, then we got to trade Peraza. One or the other has to happen.
What about Rizzo? You don't know how he's going to come back.
I don't know how he's coming back, but I'm a big Chooch guy. That's my guy. Rizzo's my guy at first base. So
I've always loved Yankee. Madeline's one of my favorite first basemen of all time. Teixeira followed him for me, and I think Rizzo fits that type of
yeah. I love him.
So
I've
always loved Yankee first baseman.
The Gold Glove first baseman. I love it.
Tino Martinez, who I'm sorry I forgot to mention. I love when Tino was a Yankee too.
Yep. Shit, I took Giambi. Even when Giambi, I know he's a DH, but even when he did play the field, I loved Giambi when he was there.
Giambi, he earned his stripes.
Giambino.
He got paid a ton of money, but he took his criticism and then he did what he wanted. I'll give it to him. That's it for your Yankees? That's what you think?
Yeah, I think we addressed the pitching need right away.
I don't think the pitching is a problem for you guys. I think it's the offense.
No, you're crazy.
And third
it's
base.
both. It's both, all three. The pitching, it starts with the pitching. We signed Rodon last year. He finally came to play, and I wished he never fucking put on his uniform.
He's trash. You're hoping he's better.
I'm hoping they figure out what happened. Maybe it was just, coming back from the long injury. I don't know.
Don't know what's going on with Herman.
Herman, who knows? It's always something with him, whether it's off the field or injuries.
Hurt.
Sevy's another one. He might pitch great, might pitch not, might be hurt. Who knows? So we need somebody there besides Nestor and Cole. Cole's going to win Cy Young again this year. He's there.
He's solid.
2, we're going to have Nestor. I want that Japanese kid. Put him number 3.
All right. So I think the Yankees' needs are 2 bullpen arms, a pitcher, a third baseman, and a big bat, which is a lot. But you need to bring in
that's everything I said.
Yeah, but
we agree.
I agree with you, but I
don't know the names.
I don't know the names, but that's what they need.
I don't know who's at third and
they need to address it. They can't just be like, all right, I'm going to sign this guy off the scrap heap to play third base for us. And
I also don't think we need the best third baseman.
No, you need a good serviceable
You need a solid defensive first baseman who could just give us a couple hits. Don't give me fucking Josh Donaldson who's going to bat 130 for 2 years. Rick, when was the last person you saw somebody bat 130 in the MLB and keep his job? I could bat 130 in the majors.
There's a bunch of people I grew up different. You had to bat around 270 to 300 to be good.
You good. That's where the good starts. I'll take mediocre at 230. He couldn't even give me 230.
I don't know, man. That was one of the worst deals
I've
ever. So I agree with you what they need. I think there's a slight chance they do end up with Soto.
What's your percentage?
It's different because
if he's 100% traded.
I don't think if he doesn't end up in the Yankees, I believe he ends up in the Mets. So I know he's going to New York.
Wow, you guys don't need an outfielder.
I think he ends up here. I think he ends up here on either team. I think he ends up in the Yankees because the Yankees need, first of all, how old is Soto? 25, 24?
Yeah, by the time the season rolls around, I think he's going to be 25.
They need a guy that's young that they could build around to match up with Judge.
He's 25 now.
So
when the season rolls around, he'll be 25, perfect. 26.
He'd be perfect to line up with Judge.
Not even entering his prime yet.
Nope. And I think him being a Yankee will reinvigorate him, and he'll get those same numbers he used to get with the Nationals. Because he's on a team that's going to give him a shot.
Yo, bring this Dominican stuff, bro. Bring the Dominicans to the Bronx.
They failed.
Put them home.
Let me tell you something.
Who failed?
The Yankees.
With what Dominicans in the Bronx?
Because Gary Sanchez responded to Tony Pena.
They're cracking. He was wilding his rookie year.
He was responding.
He was wilding his rookie year.
He was responding to Tony Pena. And they didn't give Tony Pena that manager spot. I think if they...
So they fucked up. It wasn't him, though.
The Yankees fucked up.
That's what I'm saying. It's them. Yeah. It's not him.
Because I could see the language thing.
Cano.
Oh, my God.
Alfonso Soriano.
I think Soto ends up in the Bronx. There's a good chance for me that Soto ends up in the Bronx. I think with us, the Mets, I think we're going to rely heavy on our young kids.
As you should.
They signed Pete to a long extension, and we end up with the Japanese pitcher because Senga is if we don't end up with him, we end up with Shohei. And I think Senga's the key because Senga's probably going to win Rookie of the Year, and Senga's going to want another Japanese pitcher in the rotation with him. And
Yoshinobu Yamamoto.
Yamamoto,
That's his name. 25-year-old pitcher. Won the last 2 Cy Youngs in Japan.
Him and Shohei are the big pieces this offseason. So I think we end up with our young kids filling the holes. I think we sign Pete, and I think we end up, the big move is either going to be Shohei or that Japanese kid.
There's pitchers out there, too. Aaron Nola from the Phillies is available.
He's not coming to us.
You don't have no interest in him?
I don't have no interest in him.
Blake Snell?
Snell ends up a Yankee.
Yeah.
In my book.
I don't think he likes us from his days with Tampa.
I understand that, but I think he ends up a Yankee. Damn, I don't want to say it, but you know we got that inside. You know we got that inside card in that. I think there's a good chance the Yankees end up this offseason with Snell and Soto.
I would love that. I'm not gonna lie. I would love Snell.
Snell, you slide him in right after Cole. You move Nestor down. That's nice. But I think Yankees need 2 bullpen arms too.
Yeah, we need to get everybody back healthy, and then we could assess the team because I'm tired of us. How about we get a whole new medical staff? How about that?
And fire the entire analytics team.
I'm with that too. How about we just play a season without the analytics department?
And the Mets. So you mentioned the manager. So I'm going to end off on this. Carlos Mendoza, bench coach of the Yankees. Never heard of the man. And I'm a baseball guy. Never heard of the man. Only way this move works for me is if we also bring in Beltran to be a bench coach or hitting instructor.
Not happening.
Or we bring another experienced manager to sit next to Mendoza. I've seen this experiment with rookie managers. It only worked with Willie Randolph for us. I don't see this ending very well. But I would prefer this route over the Craig Counsell route. I think Craig Counsell in Chicago is going to be a disaster. He was going to be a disaster here in New York. He's not built for a big market, and the guy hasn't won anything anyways. And he's up for a manager of the year. So say what you want about me. That's just my honest truth.
This guy Mendoza doesn't really have the qualifications to be an MLB manager. And I'm not just saying that against the Mets. He apparently was the Yankees bench coach from 2020 to 2023. For 1 year before that, he was a major league quality control and infield coach.
Yeah,
And then before that,
instructor.
Before that, he was basically a bench coach for a bunch of the minor league affiliates of the Yankees. So he hasn't really had, I don't know what they want to call bench coach as
He's
experience.
a lifer for the Yankees. Aaron Boone talks really highly of him, so I'll take that.
But we don't even take Boone.
I'll take that. I like Aaron Boone. I think he's a good manager. I think they don't let him manage. I'll take that. Mendoza, we'll wait and see. But I really think you need an experienced bench coach, hitting instructor, and pitching coach with him. With that being said, we'll see you guys next week. We're going to have a USC fighter coming up on the show. We're going to have some athletes, some comedians, some big guests, big names. So tune in and get ready for some more show. See you guys next week.
Yeah, marvelous. Okay. Yeah, I'm on my Frank Lucas shit. 3-piece suits, Valentino cufflinks, LV shoes. I bring the shorty closer, just enough to feel the gun on the holster.